Jaguars were in London yesterday for a spot of football coming into Sunday's game against Miami. Jacksonville had lost 20 straight games, even with big neck Trevor Lawrence. They didn't have a win. Also, didn't have a field goal. Only team in the league without one all season. No wins, no field goals. Yesterday, kicker Matthew Wright kicks a 53-yarder. That's 48.4 meters to give Jacksonville the first win. Here's the funny part. No one even knew who Matthew Wright was before yesterday. Here's why. Matthew Wright was hard at work as an engineer a month ago. His only experience, literally only experience, 3 games with the Steelers last year. Signed off the street. That's the guy they called on to win the game, to finally bring a hint of life to Jacksonville. But in London. And get this, after the game, in the Jaguars changing room, this quote right here from manager Urban Meyer, who said this: "I don't think anyone on our team ever heard of Matthew Wright speak. Never heard him speak till 10 minutes ago. I had to tell him to speak up when we handed him the game ball." How bloody awesome is that? Good for the bloke nobody ever heard of. Matthew Wright. Good for you, buddy. Good for you.
The best, Jenna.
Kevin Wild.
The whole show. Do the whole show, Jenna.
I love
the whole show.
Accent. I love the accent.
Fantastic. Hey, checking in on Elmwood Brimfield visiting Lewiston.
What?
Bad day for coins. And you know what? Coins have just been taking L's for years. Ever since the death of a video game arcade, video game parlor. And they got laundry machines with credit cards. And this is the next thing to go. I know you're like, Wilds, what about Bitcoin? That's obviously not a coin. That's like how you call like a huge guy tiny. They're just being nice. It's kind of ironic. So look, I am all for this. From now on, get rid of coin flips, insert paper, rock, scissors. There's always a little bit of strategy to it. Like, oh, no, it should be random. Like, why? NBA has a jump ball. They don't just flip a coin at the beginning of the game. Smart decision. And by the way, the EB Trojans with a big win, and they won this. So great job, EB Trojans. Go get a win. And helpful hint, always throw paper. Always throw paper.
But then, Wilds, if they got rid of the coin toss, how would Russell Wilson, not at all in a self-aggrandizing way, insert himself into a football game he's not playing it? Like, how would that, would he do the rock, paper, scissors out there? Was that? Wow. I just don't know.
Dare you.
I don't know.
He wasn't just like
Russell Wilson, bonus take, Russell Wilson, a little much, buddy. Tone it down about 70 notches, pal. A little too much. You're in a fake huddle before the game. You're going out to the coin toss in overtime. You're not even playing.
I suppose you want to
calm down, Russ. Calm down, Russ. I have someone here.
Who caught your eye this week? For me, it was Trayvon Diggs, who caught yet another ball on defense. Cowboys, Patriots, and Diggs taking his 7th INT this season to the house. It ties Hall of Famer Rod Woodson's record for most interceptions through 6 games. What a start Trayvon is having. But Chris Broussard, who opened your eyes in Week 6?
Jenna, it was Derek Carr. And obviously I knew about his ability, but we all know what was going on in Las Vegas. The turmoil surrounding John Gruden. They needed him to step up and show leadership and maturity, and he did just that. Plus, he had been on the Bud list for 2 straight weeks. Broussard's under the rest list. We know how anxiety-inducing that can be. So he goes out, has a huge game. You see it, 341 yards against a Denver defense that had only allowed like 207 yards a game. First possession, Nick, he comes out, 48-yard touchdown to Henry Ruggs. Then they score on the second possession. It calms his team down, lets them know this is our sanctuary. No matter what's going on out there, we are good in these lines. And then he has a great pass to Kenyon Drake to score a touchdown right before the half to pretty much seal the game at 17-7. So Derek Carr, my eye-opener, Nick.
That's a really good answer, and stay here just for a second. So, because I know a lot of people weren't watching Raiders-Broncos because it was on at the same time as the Cowboys-Patriots game, which the whole country was watching. But just to be clear, so the Raiders who had to make a coaching change despite having a winning record. First-time head coach, had never done it before. They played really well, so it can be done. Hey, Dallas, maybe think about it with Kellen Moore. Rich Bisaccia, Paisan. Just think about it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just think about it. My eye opener, on the other hand, though, is someone. It's a little ironic. I think I'm using this correctly. My eye opener is someone who I believe played yesterday with his eyes closed, and that's Daniel Jones. Oh, remember those glorious 2 weeks when Daniel Jones didn't turn the ball over and he was turning a corner? Well, now he's back. 3 picks, 2 fumbles, 1 loss, and just total and utter domination by the Rams. Wild said he doesn't like firing people at 7:55 a.m. Well, how do you feel about firing GMs at 7:52 a.m.? Because that's what I'm doing. Dave Gettleman, out of here, pal. No, Gettleman's got to go. Gettleman, every decision he's made's been the wrong one. Every single decision he's made's been the wrong one. Tell me one good decision Dave Gettleman's made. And every time he makes these decisions, he then gives these press conferences where he's like, conventional wisdom says don't take a running back number 2. Well, let me tell you what I think about that. And we're going to get to see it play out. Daniel Jones. Oh, everybody laughed at me for taking Daniel Jones. Well, luckily, we're going to get to see how it plays out. Well, we've seen how it plays out, and it played out the exact way we all said it would. You look like a doofus, Gettleman. So Daniel Jones, I don't blame you for being Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, today's a rough morning for you. All you need to do, type this into Google, Chase Daniel Spot Rack. Click career earnings. Be very lucrative in this league to be a backup quarterback for a decade. That's the life you're going to lead. It'll be great. You won't get hit. You won't fumble. You won't play. You'll make millions of dollars. He's a backup quarterback. The Giants are a mess. Gettleman's got to go. Wilds, you think I'm mean, but you know I'm right.
Well, I'm just happy my guy Joe Judge survived your, Monday morning massacre of HR. Joe Judge still okay. Just for the record, Joe Judge, Patriots had their 2nd punt blocked of the year, so if you want to come back home, seems like we need a little bit of help. My eye-opener, however, it's not about the Patriots or about my guy Joe Judge. It's old TJ Watt, and I mean eye-opener literally, because I was watching this game. I said, what just happened? Are you allowed to do that? You are. It's a little glitch in the matrix here. So TJ Watt comes in here, just starts punching the ball. Now look, I know there's a lot of, you get an unsportsmanlike penalty for saying like, yeah, I tackled you. That will get you 15 yards. You are allowed to viciously punch the ball on the guy that's holding. Oh, there's an uppercut. Like Fury Wilder here. So here's the thing. But there is some strategy to this. If we can show TJ Watt's strip sacks. Yesterday he had 7 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble. And strip sacks, he leads the league since 2017. So look. Yeah, I know, but the punching, I got to make a new rule. You get 1 punch. The punch, one punch, that's okay. 2 punches is unsportsmanlike. 1 punch is fine, but you can't just start throwing combinations on the thing. That doesn't work. He
did win the game for them with the strip on Gino.
It has to be a football.
He was practicing. That is a football play. Somebody holds him up.
Well,
you come in and football play.
Gino that's not.
If I was saying,
that's not a football play.
If we were playing charades,
and his forward progress was stopped anyway,
and it was football, and you started going like this, I wouldn't be like football. Yeah. No, that's not.
Yeah. Counterpoint. A football player did it in a football game, so it was a football play. That's the counterpoint. Charades guy.
That's okay.
I'm not playing charades with you.
No, Nick's
like
right.
Steelers
night. Did win the game. Tough loss for Gino. Back talking Knicks quarterback, Mr.
Show me these highlights.
Give me a call.
2 more INTs yesterday, and the turnover troubles turning into a big problem for Mahomes. First things first.
They won by 3 scores.
Baker Mayfield and the Browns.